Eagles, fly. Boy, you know how we do this. Smitty up the field, Booby on the wheel. Jalen and AJ think how we for the steel fight. Eagles, fight. Oh, you know we gon' do that. BG, big player, Bonte, Bradbury, pick 6 in the bag. Boy, sweaty on the line, flash that with him. Boy, the Kobe gon' get him, constant hit him. Boy, and my dog, big as my lot of switching names up. Should be Philly, got it sold up, bro. Why balls? Boy.
What's going on, Swoop Nation? Swoop Squad.
What's up,
boy?
Squad?
Rico, aka New Era Capo, and along with me, I got my brother, a guy that thinks about Rome more than I do.
What's going on, man? What's up?
Mm.
See, I mean, no cap, no do rag. We won. Phillies look like they're doing pretty good. Life is good right now.
It's good. It's good. I'm not going to be a negative Nancy because at the end of the day, we're 2-0. We are 2-0. We got the Bucks coming up on Monday. We've gotten a bye because we played Thursday. We're not going to play till Monday. So damn near got a bye, you know?
Yeah.
And then we need some guys to get, Bradbury, get out of the concussion protocol.
Yep.
I don't know. It's just one of those things, we're in a good spot, but it doesn't feel good. My thing, we need these guys back. We need these guys back because right now the defense is looking very sus. How are you feeling? Because you hit me up with some news or a feeling. I'm not gonna say news.
Yeah. Not necessarily news. I think the rumor is out. I think I verified it with my people. Mm-hmm. It is 90% true. Howie's going to make a move here soon. We are in win now. This is the golden years of Philadelphia Eagles football. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. I know that we are missing something very, very important, and I'm not sure it was because Blankenship wasn't in the game, or maybe it was just, defense had a little bit of jitterbugs and Kirk Cousins got some empty calories stats at the ending of the fourth quarter of the Vikings versus the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, so for me personally, I'm not too the defense. I mean, I want the defense to be better. Obviously, we've got some issues on D, but my biggest thing is our offense, man. The offense just feels like when I'm watching, tell me if I'm crazy. When I'm watching it, does it feel like the offense is working against itself?
Yes.
That's how it feels.
Yes.
Almost like it's being pulled and pushed in two different directions. And it's weird. These are the same guys for the most part. These are the same pieces. I don't know, man. Jalen, I'm seeing conflicting reports of what some people are saying Jalen's playing, like Cozy's here, playing scared. Some people saying that coordinators afraid to go ahead and put Jalen in certain situations. I'm seeing some poor decision making, that's for sure. I don't know whose part that is. Why are we running Jalen? Why are there design runs right now?
I have that is probably the biggest issue with me that I have with what's up, Cuzzo? Either in when people are like, oh man, Brian Johnson, it was a Brian Johnson. Nick has something to do with it too.
Absolutely.
Nick has something to do with it too. So let's cut all that out.
What's good, Almighty?
What's up, Almighty? Congratulations on your
win. Congrats on the win,
bro. We got to understand something. There was one thing I did see. I seen some fire in Nick Sirianni in last week's game, on last Thursday's game. I did see some fire. I seen him yell at the side. I don't know if that he walked right past him. He yelled at him right in his face. Yo, get your shit together. So I'm pretty sure that he's taking notes. He's writing them down, going back to the film room and saying, "Hey, Nick, what is this? What are we doing here?" for the first and the most part, I want to get this one out. Let's get the elephant out the room. The sideline. Let's get the elephant out the room. You got, as you can see right there, you got Siposs, you got Devontae Smith, you got Nick, you got Jalen, you got AJ Brown.
Siposs looking. Hold on, put it back. Siposs looking like my mom. Siposs looking like my mom. Like, get your ass in this house.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I was little.
Like, Siposs is over here looking like, hey, yeah, is you know what I mean? I want to say
all he needed was to have the scarf wrapped around his head.
Oh yeah, ain't nobody got time for this. Right,
get your ass in the house. We ain't got no time for this shit right here.
Exactly. I will say this. That's Jalen and AJ are best friends. That's the I think Jalen is AJ's godfather for his daughter, right? They're brothers.
Yeah,
brothers are going to disagreement. They're going to have problems. He's AJ is compassionate and wants to help his team win and wants to be. Hey, not saying I need to be the reason, but hey, I want to contribute. I want to do my part.
Yeah.
And the reason why that happened was and I want to go forward with this, right? So, do you remember that AJ? That was the ball that Devontae mossed Bull.
Yeah, he went over top for it. Yeah.
He mossed him. Boston, boom, I think it was like, 55 yards or something like that?
Or it was.
So he mossed him. In that particular play, the reason why Jalen had to go to Devontae's side was because the safety over the top was he basically got held up because Goddard ran in the middle and split the safeties. AJ really did like a double move or go 1 to 2. Swift couldn't block. He kind of messed his assignment up in blocking. So Hurts almost got sacked. So he threw the ball to Devontae because he figured he had his man. It was a one-on-one situation. He had his man beat and he knew he could moss him. So that was the reason why. So the middle through the route, AJ threw his hand up. He was, hey, come on, throw it. I'm open. Cleared out his route. Like I said, the safety was confused. The safety didn't know where he was going. So the reason why Devontae had a moss homeboy because Jalen couldn't throw the ball as good enough because he got hit at the same time he threw the ball.
Yeah.
And so I think he was trying to explain to him, hey, this is what happened. They went over there. He looked, he seen it. And then you remember after the game, AJ ran towards the tunnel and said, my bad. So I just want to comment. I just want to calm down especially content Eagle fans telling us, oh, he's a prima donna, which he is. Okay, it's a wide receiver. What wide receivers are. What? Yeah, exactly. What wide receiver don't want the ball? Like, get out of here. 2, we need to trade him. What? What? And I'm seeing a couple. I'm not gonna say a couple. And I'm gonna say one specific one. I'm not gonna say his name. But son, you come on, man. You go somewhere and jump off a building, fool. If you're gonna be that way, because that's crazy to want to trade your number. I mean, I can't even say number one. He is a number one. Both of them
they're both premier receivers.
Exactly. Yeah. You can't go off the deep end and say we need to trade him. You sound ridiculous.
Well, this is just if you remember last year, even when this isn't like I said, we're 2-0, so we're still winning. But last year, even when we were at the pinnacle of everything, we were winning. Don't forget, there was that 1 week where AJ was like, he had his little sped up last season. And then his exact words were, shoot, I want the ball every play. And, it's no secret that this has been a little bit of a slow start. Goddard hasn't been getting the catches he's supposed to be getting. And, so these guys can all coexist together. They did last season just fine. What people got to realize is we've had 2 back-to-back weeks of Jalen getting heavy pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen's worst games are when he's under heavy duress or heavy pressure. He's not able to really go ahead and process the defense how he normally would like to, especially. So Bill Belichick, week 1, has had all offseason basically to get ready for Jalen.
Right.
That was going to be, and everyone already said that was going to be a mucky game, even though people want to just sit there now. I said this door, I said, We said it last week. We said 2 weeks ago before the season. People are going to make this game up what it's going to be. And then after the game is after we win. And if we struggle, they're going to say, oh, man, they struggled against the Patriots. After everyone said it's Bill Belichick, it's going to be a harder game. It was a harder game. Guess what? The Patriots played hard this week. Yep. They mucked that Dolphins game up.
Yep.
Then on top of all of that, you have Brian Flores. If anyone doesn't know how Brian Flores gets down, he's a beast when it comes to calling his defense. So he was giving all kinds of – so it wasn't even that he was going by certain schemes. He was throwing all different types of looks at the offense that they weren't normally. So he was having random guys dropping the coverage. He was having guys go ahead and pressure Jalen. He was having, like guys crashing in on him. So Jalen was clearly under duress the whole time with these unpredictable. So that is why you ended up seeing them switch to the run game. They said, well, if you're going to keep doing that, we're going to live in the trenches. And that's, no matter what, we know we can go ahead and slow the game down. And that's what they did. Because like you said, on both hits, actually, that Devontae caught, Jalen took big hits on both of those tosses. They had the defense riding up their ass the whole time.
Yeah, because and then you think about it, they're running a lot of zero blitz. They were running a lot of zero. They were and in a lot.
Yeah, they were like blitzing on first downs and second downs.
Yeah, you know what I mean? They're trying to throw Jalen off. And as you can, and what I don't understand is like why Nick and Brian are not coming together and be like, yo, let's make the game come to us. Let's make it easy for us. Run the ball. I don't understand. And like, think about it though, because against the Vikings, that defensive line is little. That defensive line is little. I mean, those guys, there's nobody that's like as big as Jalen Carter or Jordan Davis to suck up the middle. Then as you've seen, as the ball got to get the running.
Boy, Jordan Davis was balling.
Jordan Davis was balling. I gotta give it to him. This guy right here, Nifty Swifty. They go Swifty Nifty. That's 28 carries for 175 yards and 1 touchdown. Even though I think he got gypped on that 1 touchdown, he should have 2.
Come on, Jalen. You know why? Jalen's 3 touchdowns short. I don't know if it was before or after, but he was or is 3 touchdowns shy of breaking Cam Newton's record.
Oh, that's true. But he's like this.
Yeah.
I know what's about to happen, right?
I'll tell you what, man. Look, this is the thing. I do want people to pay attention. It's the second week. We're going to see where so this is kind of funny to me because remember when people laughed that we beat the Vikings so badly, like the second week of last season too. Oh, it's the Vikings. Then the Vikings went on like an 8-game winning streak, and people were like, "Oh shit, the Vikings might be for real." So I mean, Kurt's definitely a couple plays go his way. That team looks a little bit different, but
for sure, especially with Justin Jefferson fumbling in the touchback, and then we get the ball.
I was doing my biggest impersonation. I said, "You better not give it to him. Give it to us." But the defense has been playing lights out. I do like that you've got guys stepping up, takeaways. I mean, big explosive plays.
The secondary is killing me though. Like
the middle of the offense.
Yeah, man, I'm not loving that at all. It's like open like 7-Eleven. Anybody can get a Slurpee. I don't know what it is with the middle of the field. We're getting crushed. The tight ends for running backs.
Well. It's like it was like watching that. I'm watching the Eagles play, then I go and watch Colorado play, and I'm like, damn, y'all keep getting gashed on the cross routes.
Oh my god!
I'm watching the Eagles getting killed on the cross routes. I said, this is crazy. These cross routes are murdering our guys. Yeah. So I'm like, Coach Prime and deciding to get together and figure out why that's happening.
Most definitely. I do want to give the game ball to DeAndre Swift, obviously. Oh, yeah. Justin Evans, he must have been listening to the podcast because I was dogging his ass out last week. And this man had two fumble recoveries? He played his ass off. Jordan Davis and Devontae Smith. And I want to give a kudos to the big guys up front, especially Malata and Lane. They played better this week. We need to continue whatever you guys are doing because – man, that week 1, man, that was tough. That was tough to watch. Like, yeah. I've never seen Lane get beat like that and give up a sack. It's been so long he's gave up a sack, or you know what I'm saying?
Well, he wasn't Matt Smith. He got the ball. It It's less about Smitty and more about him wanting his.
It was more about him, but yeah, I don't think he was mad at it. I mean, even Smitty, even look, if you've seen the Smitty interview, he like, man, like, nah, bro, I love that. He wants the ball like I want the ball. Like there's one, and that's why I'm telling people, people are like, oh, we want this person. Nah, bro. There's only one ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, bro, it's like if you ever played, and I think we've talked about it on this pod before.
Yeah.
If you've ever played if you played football, if you played basketball, you'll tell everybody that you were open on that play, even though you probably weren't open.
True.
Yo, I'm open, bro.
Hey, I was that one. I was that person. I got mad all the time.
I got mad space over here. You don't see me?
Yeah.
You had two defenders on you.
Oh,
that's nothing, dog.
Yo.
You know I'm gonna hit him with the step and I'm gone.
Yeah, man. Listen, I used to always ask, yo, am I getting the ball? Or hey, listen, I was one of those guys on the football field.
Yeah.
I was one of those guys on the football field. Like, hey, what play we running?
Yeah, I would always be like,
where I go on this play? I forgot about this play.
See. You gotta know the route.
Oh man. Yo, shout out to Patrick Shurtfield, man. That was my quarterback. He used to hook me up, man. He'd be like, hey, Kincaid, just get behind me. Like, all right, cool, man. You know what I'm saying?
I was always cool. Should just sit right here on the right side. Am I motioning or no? All right, we good.
Exactly. I don't think it was a route combination because my route combination was more of comebacks, slants. And high school football, like you know what I mean? Like,
as a rusher, as a rusher, only had 3 real routes. I was either gonna gonna go ahead and go up the middle. I was gonna catch a little dump off.
Exactly, that was it. That was really about it, bro. So I mean, it was just funny. Like, you want to help. You want to be mentioned when people say, "Yo," like us, like our roster. With us, it's me, you, Coach, Cozy, Twizzy. We all want to hand something in for the group project to get an A.
Absolutely. If Swift doesn't get at least 5 to so all right, this is one thing that I do want to. I feel like there is a big disconnect, right? Like, because why the hell did Kenny Gainwell get 14 touches, 15 touches?
You know what?
And Penny's just not good. Is that what we're?
I don't know. I wasn't impressed by Penny when he was running the ball. We were playing against the Minnesota. Wasn't impressed by him at all. That's the reason why I was like, "Hey, man, Kamara's still out there." Because I don't know, bro. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna give him a couple of chances, but damn, he was not impressive when I see him running the ball. It's like
both times he
get shoelace tackled. I was like, bro, you two damn big to be getting shoelace.
Yeah, he's supposed to be the bowling ball. He's supposed to be.
Yeah, like he was going down. I'm like, what the hell? So maybe he has to get his bearings underneath him. You know how you're a running back and you get the feel of the game and how things are. But what I don't understand is, and this is one thing I miss about Deuce Stanley. Deuce Stanley was way better at substitutions. Who got the ball, who was going to be in the backfield. He was better at this. I don't know about this year, bro. They just, Gainwell. Like, bro, I know we picked Gainwell. I know we drafted Gainwell, and we traded for Swift. But, yo, son, what are we doing here?
That's what I'm saying. But right there, because why are we running Hurts so much if we got 4 running backs? Like, we should never be having. At this point, design Hurts run is a bad play. Like, we know it's almost like the illusion of Hurts running should be enough for the defenses to respect it at this point. They know it's there, but if you keep doing these design runs and then he keeps getting blown up, then it's not going to make sense for us.
Kareem out there.
Shit, man.
I'll take Kareem Hunt in a hot second over even Boston Scott had a good run until he had a concussion.
They got concussed.
You know what I mean? I don't know, bro. This offense is frustrating because it's like we have the same personnel of last year, and I feel like, and I know, and the two, I'm not going to even front. I'll say it. Y'all can get mad at me if y'all want. Swift is better than Sanders.
Oh, absolutely. That's
okay. You got
some people. That's what I've been yelling from the mountaintops. Anybody?
Okay, all I'm saying is,
so this is what we were saying. Is our boy literally goes and hits holes. So for all this time, and I liked Miles as much as everybody else. I love Miles. We drafted him. Respects to him. but he just wasn't a complete running back, bro. Miles did not have good running back vision, bro. You see what's going on over here? There's a hole. Swift hits that shit, and then he gets in motion, and then he makes magic happen.
What's so impressive with him is the patience and the way that he can jump cut so quick. Like, that is impeccable. Like, that is crazy the way he can. Like, it reminds me of a prime Le'Veon Bell. You remember how Le'Veon Bell would be?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he patient, he looking. All right, jump cut, boom, bang, and he out.
I'd say he reminds me of a Shady 2.0. Because Shady was thick like him. And Shady,
I don't think Shady was patient.
No, he wasn't. So, but Shady would see the hole, hit it, and be immediately gone.
Yeah, be out.
And he was able to be shifty. Swift has that shifty ability once he gets going.
It's Westbrook.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I would have to say he is more like a Westbrook type of running back. Like, Westbrook was nasty.
Oh yeah, we gotta go ahead and share.
Oh yeah. I forgot. Yeah.
My boy Cozy made his way into the Kelsey documentary. Man, that was pretty funny at the very end.
Dope.
You know, man is holding a football, yelling at the camera, looking like a
I wonder what game that was.
Love it. Well, you know, it's like if you're at a tailgate or something, you just see a random person coming up.
Yeah, for sure.
You already know what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
Let Hurts decide to run if he does. See, so this is the other side of that coin, though. I feel like Hurts checked into some runs maybe he shouldn't have been checking into.
Yes, he is changing the play at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Well, not even. He's got the option to go when they are running the RPO. I feel like he's checking into the run instead of.
Oh, for sure. I mean, hey, listen. What was the one that I think Hurts did the read option and then got blown up? If he would have just gave it to Swift would probably took it for almost 9 to 8 yards. It was a clear hole. I don't know what Jalen was thinking on that one.
That's what I said. That's the part of the offense that feels like it's not clicking like it is. Kind of like he should have let that go to Swift, and Swift probably does get you the first down. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if it's like they're still developing that chemistry together, or because the other part is his throws, they haven't been on the money either. So the first one where Devontae had to go up and get that, where he mossed homeboy, that was underthrown. Yeah, he got hit, but that was an underthrown ball. He had to go up and get it. The second one, perfect in motion, right where it needed to be. AJ's would have been perfect in motion too, but Penny with the fucking holding call made it.
Oh my god, yeah.
And then Deuce was better. It was he knew
that would have been a touchdown, right? That would have been a touchdown.
He had a touchdown. The second one would have been a touchdown. So the first one that got called back, that was the Rashad, that was the Penny holding. He had it. It was a touchdown. That was AJ touchdown, but that got called back. And then he literally went right back to him. And then the
holding on Penny.
Yeah. No, the first one was holding on Penny.
Oh, sorry.
The second one was
we missed it.
Second, I forgot it was his arm got hit. Yeah. Or else that would have been a touchdown too. Back to back AJ touchdowns basically wiped off because of that. Yeah. So I don't know, man. It's just and then you could see easily in the beginning the game script was to go to Dallas, and then they went away from him. So I don't know. The zesty 2.0.
Let's go, man. I don't know, man. I feel like the season's just begin. I think we need to give the guys a little bit more time. The play calling has to get better. No more QB sneaks, man. I'm tired of that shit. That shit's starting to get annoying. Definitely want to say what's up to the people that support us, our sponsorships, Die Hard Philly. If y'all haven't checked out our guy Kenny, please go check him out, bro. He's got some dope stuff. He's got the Die Hard tees, even got the sweaters. This week, my man even got put on by Jennifer. Shout out to Jennifer's Miss Slay. She was in the building rocking his bucket hat. Philly versus everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, I was just Nah, they released Aaron Siposs. They released Aaron Siposs.
Yo, you a damn fool.
Aaron Siposs got not for real. Aaron Siposs got released.
It's zesty.
Aaron Siposs got released and we signed Brandon Mann.
Oh man, that was hilarious.
You like that transition?
As you guys know it,
I don't like this.
Eagle side punter Brandon Mann to the practice squad. As you know, Siposs was released. Isn't it Rico fool, man? You got me crying, bro. The way you said it, though. The way you said it. Yeah, man. So with Siposs gone, I know I'm gonna hear like the nerds. Oh man, he was really good at holding the placing the kicker, holding the ball. So what's his name?
Terrence Mann.
No. The kicker, our kicker. What's his name?
Siposs? Big Elliott. Big Elliott.
Sorry, bro. The way you made the sound when I so I don't want to hear the nerds, man. Listen, Siposs is the reason why we lost the Super Bowl. One of the reasons, not the reason, but one of the reasons why we lost the Super Bowl. And he sucked, to be honest.
He sucked, but this right here, I don't mean to cut you off. Not only people bitching about the tush push still, 4 other teams tried it this weekend.
Yo.
And none of them were able to execute.
Yo, Jordan Love. What was you doing?
Dog.
Did you see that?
Dog. 4 teams. So this brings up a whole nother thing, and I want to get to that. I just didn't want it to. We're gonna come back to this, but yeah, the Siposs thing is he sucked. He was ass.
Yeah, he was terrible. I feel
he's all. You know what it is? It's because it's nice out. When it gets cold, that's when Siposs turns to the dog shit.
That is true. Yeah, that's true, bro. That Super Bowl, bro. He kicked the wrong way. He wasn't supposed to kick it that way, man.
Laces out.
Irritates the shit out of me every time I hear about because that was such a big momentum swing for that.
I mean, it's crazy that we all were scared all season, saying it better not come back to bite us in the ass. And you know what? It came back and bit us. Special teams ended up biting us in the ass.
Yep. It bit us in the ass for definitely. That's a damn sure. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with us on your lunch break. Hope everything is well. Yo, Mark, what are you looking forward to this next Monday's game? What are you looking forward to?
While we're waiting on that, I was gonna give a shout out to Raspberry Crochet Co. Crochet. If you guys don't know, these are the necklaces the Phillies are wearing right now, inspired by Alvarado. And I was going to go ahead and plug it, but she sold out. But she might be back on Etsy soon. She might have a new batch. She's doing all the different players. So you have the Jose Alvarado. This right here is the Harper. You also have the Stott. She has 4 different players available. But yeah, just Raspberry Crochet Co. on Etsy. Appreciate you.
We had to get Mark on the show, man. I got to get because he's.
Yeah, I miss Mark, man. I can't wait to see Mark. Mark's not going to
get back on track. Most definitely. I definitely want to see Mark on track.
The game just looks better when AJ. Yeah, it's like an AJ and a Devontae touchdown every game is just a beautiful thing.
I'm going to tell you something like this, though. You remember the last time that this happened? Remember the last time what happened? When them two, when AJ was upset, the next game, he came back with a vengeance. And that was against the Steeler game. He had 3 of them things. So watch out for a big A.J. Brown game against the Bucs on Monday night.
Baker, who?
Yeah, I would definitely put some money on A.J. Brown on Monday.
I'm definitely getting anytime A.J. touchdown, that should be automatic.
Yeah. I would definitely put money on A.J. Brown next for Monday's game. This is kind of crazy, bro. It's like 2 weekends in a row that we're not going to have Eagles football. We got to wait all the way until Monday. Shout out to Twizzy, this thing of ours, our fantasy football. I'm currently getting my little tail kicked at the moment. I'm down by 15 points. But I totally I thought I was like, oh, I'm good. I forgot it's a doubleheader. It's a doubleheader night.
It's a doubleheader tonight.
Doubleheader tonight, so I totally forgot. I have two players. That's going to be playing this week, tonight. And I'm thinking, oh, I got this in the bag, and I forgot, bro. I think he has.
Oh yeah, no, he got you, man.
I think he got me. I think
he got.
He has Najee Harris playing.
Well, you got Watson. Watson could have a game.
True. He does. I have Watson. Right now, I have Michael Thomas.
You're down what? 15.
I'm down by 15.
Yeah, he's got Najee Harris.
Yeah,
Najee hasn't gone off yet.
True.
You got Michael. Yeah, you got Michael Thomas and you got Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Now it's not unlikely that Deshaun Watson actually has a real quarterback game and goes and gets you 25 points. And then Michael Thomas, if he just stacks anything on top, if he gives you 5 to 10 points, you should win this game. It really all rides on Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, it really does.
You guys have a little bet though, don't you? You and
yeah, we got a little side bet. So
shout out to Charlie. Shout out to Charlie. Me and Charlie are the top scorers.
Man, sadly, Charlie. Man, forget Charlie. Man, he rejected my trade this morning.
Shout out to Charlie. He's trying to go ahead and it's funny because he texted me this morning. He said, "Yo, how are me and you the highest scorers in the league? And I'm still gonna take the L this week."
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Sometimes my team has been outperforming. It's definitely been out kicking.
Yo, you've been killing it. I will say that you've been killing it. This week was Deebo Samuels, Devontae Adams, and then Kyle Williams for the Rams, bro. He went off for me. He had like 28 points.
Hey,
that kid can do it all. He can receive, run. He can do it all.
Shout out to an old head. I had Keenan Allen go ahead and put the team on his
Keenan Allen was balling this weekend.
And Christian Kirk had a good little week too. So I'm not mad at it, man.
Yeah, Christian Kirk got a ball. Yeah. I don't know, man. Fantasy football. You know what I do want to say this. I definitely want to say this, and I know we have a little bit of platform to say this. Viking fans, I'm gonna need y'all to chill
all the way.
I'm gonna need y'all to chill.
Y'all gotta relax.
Y'all chill. Nah, bro. Hey, listen. These guys is more than an athlete. They're fathers. Their grandsons, sons, uncles. There's somebody that's somebody's father. Y'all need to chill. Chill, Viking fans. Chill.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I think like I'm kind of in the like Kirk Cousins now. I'm kind of seeing it. Kirk Cousins not a bad quarterback. Just bad luck, man.
So you saying that? Do you think Dak is not a bad quarterback?
Dak's a bad quarterback. Dak's a bad quarterback. Like if I'm like, all right, so truth moment right here. That Cowboys defense looks legit as fudge.
Yes.
They look really, really legit. They look like this could be a year where they make a serious push for the big game.
I don't know, man. Something will always go wrong with the Cowboys.
That something is Dak Prescott. He's just not it. And I think he's a serviceable quarterback.
Yes.
But I just know like it's gonna get to a point where he's just not gonna be able to help it. He's gonna start throwing the ball to the other team. Like he and the Jets have a decent defense. They have a good defense. I'm not saying they don't have a good defense. They do. But he definitely he looked like he wanted to throw it to Sauce a couple times. I seen it.
Sauce could have had an interception.
Mm-hmm.
Could have had an interception. Man, you know what?
Once he comes up against a team that actually has an offense that has their team in the game and the defense is able. So that's really what happened to the Jets. Their defense had to play cover. They had to cover. They couldn't play free because they couldn't give up a big play. But when your offense is balling and you're in the game, your defense has that luxury of going ahead and doing a couple little bit of things. They can take a little bit more risk, and that's once they go up against teams like that. Okay, that's where you see it.
You saying this though, so how do you feel about the Commanders? Because I feel like with EB, as the offensive coordinator, or what do they call him, assistant head coach, bro, he is brought to the Commanders to something that I'm kind of like, okay.
I think they're a year or two away, but if Bieniemy, He could be. He could. I think the enemy's going to get that head coaching job.
Yeah,
and I think when that happens, because we're looking at the Chiefs clearly miss him.
Bro, you can tell that void has not been filled. Not at all. But what's funny to me is
I knew you guys were all going to come here and say all this.
Yeah. But and they have though. They've been like, I've seen a couple Cowboy fans. I didn't even know best defense in the NFL. I'm just like, all right, bro. Des Bryant has literally just been.
Yeah, he does that every year.
He just dick rides all the
time. I didn't even know Genuine was a Cowboys fan.
Oh yeah. I don't know why, but yeah,
isn't he from like Atlanta or like from
he's
Virginia?
From Baltimore. He one of them.
That was a nasty video. It was
it was cringy. Like, what are you doing? Whoa, what are you doing, bro? Yo, he ain't been the same since he fell off the stage.
Nah, for real. That's immediately the first thing I thought when I saw it.
He ain't been the same. He ain't been the same OG.
Dog, it was so cringy. I was like, why is he biting the straw like that? The blingy cup, like
it's funny. So shout out to my wife's 49er squad. I went to their bar because shout out to David Perdue. He's like, yo, come to the bar, hang out with us. So I'm there. Me and my daughter there with our Eagle stuff. You know what I'm saying? We go to the bar, whatever. There's this one Cowboy fan. He's all the way in the corner. And he's looking at me. He's like,
there's always one.
Yeah, there's always one. Well, no, what I figured out. This is what I figured out. West Coast teams, they all hang out together. That's what I figured out. I don't know what it is. But like, because think about it. Niner fan, if you look at a Niner fan, there's like 4 or 5 steps. There's a Raider fan right behind him. I don't know what the hell that is about. I don't know what that's about.
I think because, if you theoretically think about how they all kind of, they were both in the same kind of area for the long time. You think San Fran is just right over the bay from Oakland?
That's like saying about us. Same thing with us.
No, it's not, because
Pittsburgh is like 4 hours from us.
Yeah, but
we don't hang out with them.
But to go to Oakland from San Fran is not even 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's like
it's not. You can literally drive across town like without traffic, and you're there.
But you party.
It's
together?
A bridge. I'm not saying that they necessarily party together. I'm just saying it's like
no, they party together. I know all these things.
They do. They're always together. But I'm just saying it's like you could in theory, right?
Yeah.
You could live in Jersey, so you could have a family that has Eagles fans, Giants fans, and Jets fans.
True.
Because it's all within like 2 hours of each other. Yes. These dudes, they're not even 45 minutes apart. That's literally across the bridge. So you're gonna
but they're not anymore.
Not anymore. But I mean, come on, they just moved. Oakland just came to Las Vegas. And
no. But what I'm saying is though, was like you go from Vegas, like the only bay that you got in your name is Mandolin Bay now. Like that's it. I don't understand.
I wish I had my sound machine for that dad joke right there. The only bay you got is Mandalay. Yo. And I liked it. That's the worst part. But they just came here. And so it's like you're gonna have people who are literally a husband and wife might like one or the other. And then their kids.
Yeah, I know. I see them with my two. I'm like,
yeah.
How does this work? How does this go? They're like, well, it's we're. They said the same thing you said. Oh, we're like 40 minutes from the bay. I'm just like, they're like, and then my boy's like, yo, don't you party with Steelers fans? Like, hell no,
we don't. That's what
we don't do that.
No. Which, like you said, that's hours apart. It's like,
it's like 4 hours apart. But
technically, if we really want to be
technically though, we were together.
Yeah,
Eagles.
But if you want to really be technical, they're closer to being Cincinnati fans than they would ever be Eagles fans as Steelers. They're closer to Ohio than they are to Philadelphia.
The new Philadelphia.
No, I'm saying Steelers fans are closer to Ohio. Than they are to Philadelphia.
Well, it's
because you got to go on the other side of the mountains.
Yeah. But there's a new Philadelphia right next. Like, so you go in there, New Philadelphia is right there, and then Canton is right there. And
I'm about to log off. You're talking about New Philadelphia.
That's what it's called.
I know, bro. That's I don't like that shit. New
Because
Philadelphia.
hey, when I was a kid, my mom would send us to Ohio all the time just to like hang out. I had family there. I had family in Ohio. My whole family's like Midwest, East Coast. That's my family.
Yeah.
So we used to go there all the
There's
time.
cornfields in Pittsburgh.
Yes. So we used to always go there and get, Kennywood, Dorney Park, like all them going to lollipop shit. We used to do that whole thing. My whole life has just changed.
It's singing Genuine. Did you sing it in the cozy voice? Is the thing? Yeah, just across the bridge, the yay, just across the yay. Dorney Park. It's all about Hershey Park, baby.
Hershey Park is the shit.
Shout out to Dayton. What did Cameron say? Shout out to Dayton, Youngstown, Cleveland,
Cincinnati.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's what he's doing.
That's
right
what
now.
he's doing. Yeah.
Anytime I think about Ohio, I immediately think about Killer Cam. Yeah. In Ohio.
Youngstown, Ohio.
Youngstown, Cincinnati. Oh God, that's killer! Shout out Flea.
But yeah, man. I mean, you know what? I feel like this team can flip the things around, and it's just not gonna be the pace that we want. I definitely know they're not gonna take an L on Monday. Just the way that this team is built and how things like. They're going to eventually it's going to pick itself up. That we still hadn't even had a Dallas Goddard game. So, I don't know.
So, all right, I want to do this with you real quick because hold on, what is this? Oh, that's a long thing. I'll have to go through that. John Clark just did an update, I guess part of an interview.
Oh.
But what I wanted to go ahead and do with you real quick is because it's so interesting. Our big thing was always to make sure when we started out the season that this early part of the schedule, we made sure we took care of business, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to pull the schedule.
I mean, and even taking care of business. I mean, I think when we talked the first time, we all expected to be 5-0 going into the not Chargers game, the LA game. Mm-hmm. Because we're gonna go through the part of the season where we're going through the gauntlet.
The gauntlet of the
Dallas, San Fran, Buffalo. So
yeah,
and you got to win those games in your division. Those are very important.
Yeah, because right now that's the main thing,
bro. You know what's crazy? I don't like the way they did this year, especially with our division games. We're literally playing like damn near one in between games where it's kind of like back to back.
Yeah, that was one of the beefs that I had said when the schedule dropped. I don't like that at all. But I mean, it's to me, it's just like we're never gonna win that argument. But I do want to go over this with you real quick. So
yeah,
you just said Bucks were getting the win on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday following October 1st, Commanders.
Oh, hold on. Let me get this because I had this on here.
Yeah. It's crazy that we'll be in LA in less than 3 weeks. It doesn't feel crazy? Like it.
It's nuts.
It doesn't feel like it. It seems like it's so much farther away, but it's really just a couple weeks away.
Right.
Mark's coming, he said, right? Mark, you're going to LA?
Mark is coming to LA, I believe.
Ooh, yeah. See my boy Marky Mark.
Uh-oh. I must have deleted it.
What, the schedule?
Yeah, I must have deleted it.
Yeah, it's
all right. Go ahead. Go ahead, though.
So, Bucks, you say W still, right?
Yeah.
Commanders?
I think this might be tough. I think we might actually take an L against the Commanders.
So, we might be going into
4-1.
Yeah, I don't like that shit. 1, 2, 3, 3-1. Going to LA 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Jets. Yeah. No, we got to win that Commanders game.
We got to. We got to take care of the division. Division is number one.
Yeah. Honestly, this season, it's going to – he said, I'll be there Friday night. Shout out. The Commanders, not really, bro. They rallied back.
They had a good win
If you say the Commanders are ass, then you got to say you guys are ass because you guys almost lost to the Cardinals.
You almost lost to the Cardinals, bro.
That was crazy. That was crazy work.
But
so they did the exact same thing you did.
What I will say about the Commanders, and especially their offense, Sam Howell can ball. Brian Robinson can ball. That boy's big. The boy's about 6'2", and he, runs. He can run. Man, that boy can run. He can carry people on his back.
The Cardinals are ass. They're tanking. What are you talking about, Almighty?
And Terry, scary Terry, bro. Like he always gives us a problem with Darius.
Bro, they have a solid running back. They have elite receiving,
and
they have a
defensive line is crazy.
Yeah, if we think that these past couple of weeks have been crazy, those guys are going to get at Jalen for sure.
Oh, most definitely. And then you got to look into the division as well. Who are the most undefeated teams in the NFC? It's in our division. It's us, Commanders, Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you got to, you know what I mean? You're going to take some L's along the way. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about it's all about building your house brick by brick, week by week, and taking these games, not taking these games for granted.
But I will say this. Even though the Eagles struggled, they were able to still hang 34 points.
Mm-hmm.
That's not nothing. The other teams that got close to that were the Seahawks. They won 37. And you had Bills. They were the only two teams so far to outscore 38-10 to outscore the Eagles. I mean, when a team is struggling like we have been, essentially to be able to go ahead and do that, crazy. So it's like that's the thing that makes it such a weird season. Like, it doesn't look good, but they're still putting up numbers. They're still succeeding. Like, I don't know how to make heads or tails of it.
So this is my question to you, though. Do you feel that are these impressive wins by the Philadelphia Eagles, or these are, man, we're just getting out because the clock strikes zero and we were just lucky to be on the other side of the ball?
Look, any part of the season requires a little bit of luck.
Mm-hmm.
It just started, so I'd say these are like the year that the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. They weren't like a dominant team the whole time. They've had hiccups. Any team that's been like great, they had to overcome adversity.
Yeah.
I think if we would have won last year, and then in the fashion that we did, that might have been the greatest Eagles team we've ever seen so far.
Sure.
If we would have won, that would have been people would just expect that all the time, and it's not like that, Mm-hmm. There's been seasons where the Chiefs struggle during this dynasty run of theirs.
Yeah.
When the Pats were on top, there's been seasons where they might not make it, and then
I mean the Pats went 17-0 and lost in the Super Bowl.
But then they've had seasons where it was like 10 wins and they got in, and and then they just handle business. That's how it is.
Or the Giants too. The Giants were a team like that too.
8-8 fall ass backwards into the playoffs and then fucking light it up. So I think if the team my thing last season was we were too good too early, and we didn't have. And I was like, the adversity has to come at some point.
Yes,
I'd rather have them struggling, trying to figure some stuff out right now, still winning games, mind you, and then figure it out. And then once we get on the right path, we're good. We got through that. This is a rough patch. They are going to have to. And I do have to go ahead and preface all of this, before we do lose our minds about it. It is Brian Johnson's first year as offensive coordinator, calling plays and figuring this stuff out. To think that it was going to be seamless probably was a little bit of wishful thinking on our behalf. But I mean, I don't know. I think, maybe he does need a little bit of time to settle in. My only real big fear as of right now is the closeness that him and Hurts do have. I hope Hurts isn't afraid to call Johnson out on his shit, and I hope Johnson isn't afraid to call Hurts out on his shit.
Right.
Sometimes when you get buddy with somebody, it's a little
lackadaisy.
Lackadaisy. Yeah. So I just hope that their working relationship isn't so buddy, where it's because that's what ultimately ended up handcuffing Carson.
Press Taylor.
Yeah,
Press Taylor. Yeah, he I think Press Taylor was younger than him, so he looked at Carson as like a big brother. He went to MVP to gain, being out the league. How you doing, Josh?
Yeah.
This is what I would have to say about the Philadelphia Eagles going into week 2. You're never going to play perfect. You're going to have some bumps and bruises along the way. Mm-hmm. The thing is, though, is to find an identity, and I think this team has not found the identity yet because they're still playing. They're still playing around the months of like who's going to get the ball, play calling, trying to get everybody involved, all hands on deck type of approach. When you're getting 11 guys on the field and communicating as one. I mean, Nick says it all the time. If you want to fly alone, that's fine. But if you want to build a house, you want to get further down the road and close down, let's fly together. Yeah. It does suck to see that we're having injuries already. With Avante being out with the pec injury for the rest of the year. Yesterday Thursday pulled it off with no Barry. I will say this though. Definitely want to give a shout out to Eli Ricks. That kid can ball. Kid can ball. Man, that kid can ball. And Goodrich, Mario Goodrich, he's gonna be the guy that can be able to step up and see if he can stay in the slot position.
There's a lot. I mean, and not just on the Eagles. There's a lot of good young talent all around the league that's like stepping up. Even on the what's the receiver on the Giants? I like him. Hyatt. Kid started stepping up. I mean, like, bro, that's just where it's going to be a bit of a weird time in the league too. You're seeing like some passing of the guard. There's certain guys that this year they're getting older, so they're having a lot of young guys come in and usher in new dynasties, new careers. These guys are coming in. Mark says struggling and being able to rush for 250. See, that's it. I'll take it. Exactly. That's the thing. I know we're struggling and it doesn't look right, but as long as we're able to maintain winning while we figure it out, I can deal with it looking how it looks. As long as we do get to the point, especially before we were getting to that gauntlet, where it does get better.
Well, this is the thing about, and this is what I love about Nick Sirianni. And I know sometimes we like to talk negative about coaches and stuff like this. Nick Sirianni is a good coach because he can find adjustments and make those adjustments in the middle of the season. He's only been in the league for what, 3 years now? 3 years?
3 years. Well, I mean, as a head coach, this is
as a head coach. Yeah, as a head coach. I'm sorry, not
as
a
third year
coordinator. We have made it to the Super Bowl. We've been to the playoffs. So he's been there, done that. He has experience. He knows how to make adjustments. So that's what's promising to me, that I'm like, you know what, this is going to come up and the hand will turn. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing that I'm like, okay, well, I know the Philadelphia Eagles can be able to turn this thing around in adjustments. I mean, Mark said it. You're struggling. You rush for 250 yards. So where is it going to be the happy medium? Where is the balance going to be at where we're attacking? Or we're just going to let the game come to us and we're going to play that way? Because this is the thing, though. We're built through the trenches. We are probably the most, in my opinion, offense and defensively, we're probably the most physical team in the NFL.
I'd agree 100%.
So why are we not running the ball a little bit more and letting the pass game open up? Because I feel like the passing game, they're forcing it. A lot of it has been forced.
It kind of goes back to my earlier point where I was saying that, especially Flores was throwing a lot of. Basically, what was happening is they couldn't decipher what they were throwing at them via defense. Right. They couldn't break down what was being thrown at them. The defense was giving them. So that's why I think part of the bad play calling was that they were just trying to figure it out and they just couldn't. So once they realized that we're not going to figure it out, nothing that they're like, basically it was a nonsense defense. And we're going to see more of this because people are going to see that it's working. They couldn't figure out what they were throwing, so you had to do that out of necessity. Now the great thing was, like Mark said, once you all right, we know we can do this. We know we can run this. And that's what they did. And, I mean, you saw the shift in the game. I was watching it on pins and cushions, but then as soon as they started running it like that, and you saw it was 13 plays straight down the field, unstoppable. Yeah. Once that happened, I just was like, all right, that's it. We got the game now. Right. Like they settled into something that they felt comfortable. They could get into some type of rhythm, and finally that the defense didn't have an answer for us at that point.
Right.
So I feel like now in worst case, you have something that you guys know we are good at. This team's got, like you said, they're built through the trenches. They can always go ahead and command that front line. You're always going to be able to fall back on that. Build from there now and then go. The other part of it is the league is starting to figure out the RPO.
Yeah.
The RPO had its time
when they're doing the I think it was the stack of 9. I think I don't know the outside linebacker is coming out a little bit more wider. The defensive tackle is not being swallowed up by the guard, or the tackle is basically moving the tackle is moving the defensive end to the guard, and the guard is meshing him out the way. I don't know, man. I feel, and then there was a lot of 5 fronts in the game. A lot of 5 fronts. There was a lot in the 9. They were stacking the box at times. So and the Eagles they were pulling back too. They were stacking the box and pulling back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They were throwing all kinds of different looks at them. They really couldn't figure it out. And the Eagles were, as you're supposed to, when they were feeling the pressure. They were trying to spread the defense out.
Right.
But I mean, bro, they were just guys from. The other part of all of this is, at the end of the day, this is why they always say it's hard to get a win in the NFL, because at the end of the day, there's players on that other team. All right. Like, there's going to be guys that they're getting a paycheck to do what they're doing.
Yeah.
Opposing teams will have, and that's the thing. Once you, if you don't ever establish a rhythm, then that's the rhythm part of it. You got to run. You got to get a couple passes, because once they run stuff, that's the only thing I would like to. And you saw that's when you got the big Devontae play. Right. I would like to see a couple more shots, but they just didn't ever really seem to try to establish the pass. They just seemed to focus on the run and just get.
The only thing I got kind of frustrated was the Jalen interception. I got frustrated with that because I felt like either he didn't see the corner or didn't see the safety. I didn't know what the hell he was doing there.
Well, that's 2 of them. He had one in the first game too, right?
No, that was a fumble. He fumbled the ball. The helmet hit him. The ball went that way.
I mean, we just got our guy. He knows better. He knows the protect.
Oh yeah, ball security is a must. I mean, I think he had 5 interceptions last year.
Yeah,
I mean,
he played
at least you're not seeing a fall off between Jalen Hurts and what is it? What's his man? Justin Fields. And they're comparing them both as like Justin Fields looked terrible.
I was expecting a lot more out of Justin Fields.
Me too. I was expecting a lot more out of Justin Fields, and it seems like he's holding on to the ball. He's not trusting his playmakers to make the play, and he's like, it's like he's unsure of himself to throw the ball. Yeah. Like the one ball he threw to what's the Steelers wide receiver? Now he plays for Chicago.
The Claypool. That was a nice window catch of the pass that he threw, but. I don't know, man. I mean, who are you impressed by? Are you impressed by the Atlanta? They're 2-0, gritty team. They're getting wins. How they getting it? I think it's the mustache of the head coach. Honestly, I'm definitely impressed by them. I kind of expected them to be playing decent. I'm gonna be honest. Who I'm really impressed by, I know I shouldn't be. Miami, man. Yeah. They're clicking on all cylinders.
They are. I mean, I hate to say this too. The 49ers, they're clicking as well.
I'm shocked. I didn't think they were going to pick up. They look like a team that picked up right where they left off.
Yeah, they sure did. And then I have to give it to them, the defense of the Cowboys. Cowboys defense looks like they're I mean, Micah's looking way more explosive than he did last year. I don't know but I think a lot of it is though they put a lot on his shoulders. I don't know if he can carry out through the momentum of what he's doing now throughout the whole season. Yeah, and that's another person that we haven't even seen yet. We haven't even seen Hassan Reddick yet. So, once that starts to get
once that hand gets right.
Yeah, once that hand gets right and things start to get clicking, because let's be honest, our middle pass rush has been killing it. And it's to the point that we're saying like Javon who?
Yeah.
What I'm saying?
That front line is getting busy. That front line is getting absolutely busy.
They are. Jordan
I love
Davis,
seeing that. They're getting pressure. Cox, you know how last season BG seemed like he was having a renaissance year. This year it's looking like it's Cox. He's looking good, making plays. So I mean, it's Jalen hasn't been. Oh, Jalen Carter's been great. Yeah,
Beast.
he's a monster. He's a wrecking machine, bro.
Bro, did you see him? I think it's Hitchison, Watt, and him are like the top 3 like pressures or something in PFF. They're like, they're saying that he's probably gonna be the next like the next big thing, like
He will be
Donald. That's what they're saying.
He will be.
He will.
I absolutely know he will be. Then the thing is, you're gonna the edges are slacking for sure.
They are.
I mean, what's his name look great though?
Oh, Sweat look great. Sweat do his thing every week. That's one thing I know. He is one person I know. He always gonna come through for us. Absolutely. Sweat always gonna get him a sack or a pressure. Or
I'm shocked. Nolan Smith hasn't really.
Yeah, I haven't seen
been
Nolan.
Quiet.
Yeah, he's been really quiet. But in his defense, though, I don't think the size put him at the wrong. I think the size not put him at the right positions at times. I did see him have a nice little pressure in the Thursday night game. He did have one. He almost had a sack in the Patriots game. Yeah. But yeah, man, I ain't really seen nothing from him. Jordan Davis is probably the most biggest eye opener to me in my
his sack career is 2 in college. He's gonna break that in the NFL easily so far.
He's already get paid. He ain't.
Yeah, but his hand is messed up. So
his hand is messed up.
He didn't pay.
That thumb.
The thumb is. He'll be what you'll be.
Cozy's the type of. He's the CEO of the company. You know what I'm saying. He expects excellence.
Cozy is like the goldfish. You know, it's like 5 seconds. It's like.
Nah, I need you to do better than that.
I need you I don't remember that. No, that was last time. When was the last time he did it? Oh, Cozy was like, I get it. You know, I want Bryce Harper to hit a home run in every game. It's just not gonna happen. Yeah. He does have the best sack celebration.
Oh, most definitely. I love that.
I like it. Comes out the tunnel with it. It comes when he hits the sack, he hits it. I love it, bro. Talk about a guy that's just come on. He's young still.
Bro, and what's crazy about him, he almost didn't have a career. They said that he was going to have a season. He was never going to be able to play football again. They killed a nerve in his knee. And, I mean, shoot, in the playoffs and against the Bucks, I think he had a life-threatening punctured lung or something like that. So, and this dude, just the fight over it and be where he's at today, man, the dude is just a survivor, man. If it ain't.
Sadly, the NFL pays you on what you've done, not what you're going to do.
Yep.
If you wear white sunglasses, you got to be. Yeah, that's a fact.
That's a fact.
Well, all in all, I feel good about this team. I think a couple alarms are going off because we are seeing teams like the 49ers that we know we're going to be competing with, like the Cowboys, their defense. We know we're going to be competing with them. And these teams look like they're kind of already in mid-season form, you know?
Yeah.
And we're kind of coming out of the gate a little bit slower, but, you know, my answer to that, I think these guys are going to I know they're going to figure it out. It's going to be, they're going to crimp and crawl, but I think they're going to be all right. I think they're going to, what it is they're just going to need that one game. And then once they do the one game, everyone's going to be right back in there. Like, oh, there they are. They're back. They're
Cozy. Yeah. And you Cozy. I totally agree with you. Yeah, I totally agree with you. They leave so much meat on the bone that it's kind of just like, come on, man. But I feel like this is going to be the game that where they're going to get back what to get back. Everything is going to fall, in line. And you want a little bit of toughness. You want a little bit to see how these guys are going to be under pressure because not everything going to be sunshine and rainbows when you're in the NFL.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, they need adversity. I mean, that's just what it comes down to. Yeah. They need diversity, and they need to solve it together. So
most definitely,
once they do that, it'll hit different. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So we'll be on standby to see.
Yes, sir. So we're 2 weeks away. Is it 2 weeks away from LA?
Basically.
Yeah, so we're 2 weeks from LA. Y'all know what to
2
do.
games
Man.
away. 2 weeks, yeah. 2.5
So
weeks.
we're 2 weeks from the LA. It's 95 per person. We got the tailgate with the Swoop Boys and West Coast Swoop Nation. Please check us out. We are going to have the t-shirts flying high. Y'all know what it is, man. We taking over LA. Fly Eagles fly on the road to victory. That's the back of the shirt, and this is the front of the tee.
Classic
right here. This one is just
crazy. Don't get
my daughter said. Like my daughter said, the birds versus the Capricorns. So
yeah, that was funny.
Shout out to my baby girl, man. Baby Bird. She said her name is Baby Bird. But yeah, man, please come check us out. We outside. Most definitely. Y'all know what it is. 3-0, baby. 3-0. AJ's gonna get his tutty. AJ hasn't got a touchdown yet, huh?
Nope, no tutty. No tutty.
Yeah.
And I got him in most of my fantasies. That's the crazy thing.
Oh, wow.
I need AJ to score. I need it.
Well, I need Michael Thomas, and I need Deshaun Watson to go off for me tonight so I can beat Twizzy. Shout out to Twizzy, man. We ain't drinking some Henny, you know what I'm saying? So I need that because I don't need to do 20 push-ups at the tailgate and get my shirt all dirty. I ain't trying to do that.
Wow.
But yeah, man, any last words before we get up out of here?
Hey, man, everybody just take a deep breath. It's going to be all right. The Eagles are going to be flying high, and all this is going to be an afterthought by week 6. We're going to look back on week 6 and say, I can't believe we was tripping off that little shit.
Facts. Yo, y'all know what it is, man. Please just keep your hands on the handlebar.
It's not happening.
Keep your hands on the handlebar, man. We got this. We're going to be okay. And please look out. I believe there's going to be a trade happening in like next 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
I think there's going to be a trade because Howie's not going. Howie's not going, bro. Howie's not going for
it. He's not going for it. It's happening.
Yo, y'all know what it is, man. It's a brothers abroad. Go Birds.
Go Birds, baby.
We are out.